Heighten your social presence for stronger connections. That's the title of this video. And basically, we are going to be talking about this all month. And it's about how to connect with your audience, how to speak the language they need to hear, how to find out how to do that. But I wanted to start out because this is the first Tuesday of the month of December, and we're about to approach the holidays. And this time of year, there's a lot of emotions that can be happening. And I wanted to address something that I heard yesterday Sunday at church. And it just hit. I've heard it before, you may have heard it before, but sometimes you hear something in a way and it just hits in the right moment and the right time. And this is one of them. One of the things that happens this time of year is we tend to go, okay, I'm not in the holiday spirit, I'm in the holiday spirit. And we maybe some of that happiness is affected. Sometimes we're stressed, we got so much to do. And I wanted to encourage you to consider something that may or may not help. I know it helped me, so I'm going to share it with you. But our pastor was talking about happiness and joy, and he talked about the joy of Christmas. And we were talking yesterday in coffee chat about, Christmas and our traditions, and it was so enlightening to hear the different traditions, and it's fun. But one thing we find is over time, as the years go by, things change. The world is changing, and it can affect us. It can affect us, our happiness. But what I want to stress to you is don't let it affect your joy. And you might be thinking, what's the difference? Well, happiness is the feeling that can be determined by current events, right? So you may have someone cut you off in traffic and it affects you, affects your mood. You may have something happen in your life and it affects your something hard that hurts you. Someone may say something that hurts you, but your joy, the joy is an abiding, I'm going to read this because I don't want to mess it up. Joy is an abiding deep peace because God is with me. It can never be taken away because of current events. So that joy is that abiding, that deep abiding joy that can never be taken away. And the reason I talk about this now is because coming into this month, it can, all the stress, all the extra activities we're doing and trying to keep up with it all can affect our vibration. It can affect how we're coming across to the world, and people sense it. And so I want to encourage you to tap into your joy this month. Don't let the extenuating circumstances, the external circumstances affect your internal joy. With that said, I want to go on into my message for you today, and that is how to connect and make those stronger connections with your audience. You may be spending this month, you may be hitting it hard, and you may be having goals you want to achieve by the end of the year. And that feeling of need, I don't want to say neediness, but a feeling that you're, that goal-oriented energy that you're putting out. I'm kind of sounding woo-woo today, aren't I? And that's okay. I like woo-woo. But that joy that energy we're putting out can be felt. And this is a time people want to just enjoy the holidays, whether they are or not. They if they're in a kind of funk, which many of us get, that bah humbug feeling, you don't really want to stay there. You want something to bring you out, and all the commercialism can tend to keep you stuck in that feeling of just bah humbug. And so what can you do to your audience? What can you do for your audience, I should say, to help them out of that? And one way is just knowing what they need right now. Do that research. Knowing the difference between knowing who you're talking to. And so I want to talk a little bit about what is the difference between your target market and your target audience. Because I think you need to have clarity there. And then we're going to talk a little bit about where do you find them, your target audience, and then how do you know what to say to them? And so the first thing is the difference between your target market. Target market is the broad sense, So let's say you're your broad audience, your target is you're looking for professional women, maybe online marketing women. but your target audience is women over 50 that are looking at retirement in a few years, and maybe they have the grandkids, maybe they're juggling both ends. They're still taking care of kids at home, but they're um, taking care of their parents too. That narrows down your target audience. So understanding your target market, who is this market, and then narrowing it down, and who are you speaking to this month? And then how are they going to play out for the new year? And by building those connections now, and this can apply if you're listening to this now in December, right before the holidays, or you're listening to this, in 3 months. Start now. Start now with that. Who am I speaking to? And then know, how do you talk to them? And I can share with you so many different tools and resources. One of the simplest, and I've shared this with you before, is Google. There's Answer the Public. But some of you have said, okay, I really don't understand how to use that information. And so I'm going to just tell you this. When you Google, let's say you're looking for, let's just do that. Wasn't planning on doing this, but we're going to do it. I'm going to get up here. Let me see. Google weight loss, because that's something people are going to be looking for after the holidays, right? So I'm going to share my screen, and I want to share with you what you're going to do with this. I've shared this with you, and you may know this, but bear with me. You may have heard this go, I know how to search Google. I'm going to show you something. I want you to stay with me, because this is going to be why I'm sharing this with you. So by using the words, so you know your target market, you know your target audience. Now how do you find what they're searching for? And so when you come in here, if you're looking for people that are wanting to lose weight, you go to people also ask. But what is it important about this statement? You're going to use those exact words to create your content. What does losing 20 pounds do for your body? You create a piece of content or an email, that is the exact word you use. And the reason I say that is because that's what the words they're using to search. And so by doing this, you will find people responding. So let's go weight loss maintenance. Oh, weight loss maintenance. This is for Diane. Weight loss maintenance after Ozempic. So here we go. So we've got people. Can you maintain weight loss after stopping Ozempic? You can take that exact wording and create content. You can take that exact wording and create an email. All right. So that's really one way. And there's other ways. I'm going to remove this, that you can find how to talk to your audience. There are a lot of resources that you can find and play around with it. You can go to YouTube, go to your competitors. That is great research, y'all. And I'm not saying copy your competitors, but go to your competitors in your niche and see what's working for them. That's why I say look at ads, because you're going to find a lot of information there. But go to your competitors, maybe the groups, maybe you're connected to in their groups or wherever you can find them on any social media channel, and search for that, and then start paying attention. What is working? What kind of posts do they create that is really getting attention? What kind of comments are being said in the comments of their posts? Because usually an influencer or a guru in your niche is going to have a lot of responses to their posts. And so pay attention to that wording and take the wording and use it in your messaging. Now, this week I'm going to be dropping a link here, because I think or creating a post. I'll let you know. You'll know when you see it, about a summit this month that is going to have a lot of resources. I highly recommend you go ahead and register for it. It's free, y'all. It's free, but you're going to get a lot of different resources that are going to help you with this process. There's people that are in there that are going to the free materials are just going to give you a lot of resources to help you in this and so much more on social media marketing. There's even one that help you to write a book if you're wanting to be in the become an author. So I love y'all. I hope you have a fabulous rest of your week, and I will see you next week at the same time. Love y'all.